Those of you who are here for the first time, this is not normal attire for Rev Kathy, but it's Picnic Sunday, so we're in shorts. And for those of you who are attending here for the first time, please come to the picnic afterwards. We have bought so many pieces of chicken, and I have made a huge amount of veggie pasta salad, veggie pasta salad. So please come. And there's kids games and kids prizes. Just dangling a carrot over there. It's just fun. We are so blessed. Another blessing. We sit on 5 acres of ground. We don't have to rent a spot in Winton Woods or Sharon Woods. We just go out our doors and there's the picnic. It is another blessing. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. We are in tour. We are actually on the last third of the series that I've been covering called Unity's 12 Powers. And if you're here for the first time, or maybe you haven't attended the last 2 weeks, know that this service is on YouTube as well as Facebook, our Facebook page. The YouTube channel is, of course, Unity of Garden Park, and it's only the talk. So if you just want to hear those last 2 weeks of talks, please consider going to YouTube. And as always, they always say like and subscribe, which I guess earns more audience. I don't really know how that works, but it's above my pay grade. So anyway, we're on the last third of them. Did everybody get one of these handouts today? I think I'm going to need some help. Did anybody not get them? Anybody sitting in the back, can you go and help? Okay, go ahead and you can put your hands down, but as soon as they come back out, we'll need you to put your hands up because I want you to have this diagram. It's important because you'll understand why as soon as okay, everybody who needs one, please put your hand up. Oh my goodness, we got a lot. All right, Renee, you got that side? So these are the spiritual 12 powers that were written by Charles Fillmore, who is co-founder of the Unity Movement. But he studied the world religions. So I want you to know this is just not his imaginary take. He studied, we got a lot more here coming. Yep. Thank you. And do we still need some more? Because I can actually make this. Oh, you got a couple more? Here they come. All right, this is the last call. If you need one, put your hand up. One more over there. Rini, there's one all the way in the corner there that needs one. So we're going to make sure that this happens. Here's another one if you need it. Thanks, honey. Okay. So these 12 powers, like I say, they kind of go along with, if you're familiar with chakras. And I asked last week, how many chakras are there? 7? Okay. Well, Charles went a little further and named 12. And these are spiritual power centers that are located in the body. And that's why I'm wanting you to have this, so that you can start to relate as I go along with these. Now, today we are doing the last 4. And the last 4 are going to be order and thank you. So we got order today, zeal and release and life. And due to the fact that we have the picnic, I'm sorry, what? That's the elimination is also called release. It's also called renunciation. I have no idea why that word keeps changing, but I'm going to tell you at 35 years ago when I first learned about unity, they called it renunciation. I think they changed it because most people didn't know what the heck that word meant. Renunciation. So release or elimination is going to be that word. So just bear with me there. So all 3 of those words work. So the first one is going to be the spiritual power of order. Can you see that on your diagram and see where it's located? Belly button. your navel, okay? Order, let's go. Yeah, order is the outgrowth of our complete agreement and, this is the important word, cooperation with spiritual law. Order is the intelligence of the universe expressing through you and me. It's basically trusting your instinct. How many times have you said, I'm going to listen to my gut? All right? I'm going to go with that gut feeling. That is following divine order. We talk about that a lot in Unity. We say that no matter what, it's all in divine order. And the daily word, Bobby, you read that part so beautifully about even when things look challenging, hurtful, divided, claim divine order and stay in cooperation with spiritual law. Animals and nature do this, don't they? They follow their instinct, right? Why is it that we as human beings don't do that? Well, I'm going to tell you that it's because we as human beings were made a step above the animals. Do you recall that in the creation story? And how did we get dominion over the animals and all of that was created? Do you remember how? What was that? God gave us free will, which gave us dominion over all. Daggone it. Wouldn't life be a lot easier if we could operate like those animals? But we get this free will to decide whether I'm going to or whether I'm not going to. And so we get all complicated in our minds and challenge the instinct that speaks loudly, where animals, the trees, they don't think about that at all. That's the whole message in the Bible of the lilies of the field, the birds of the air, neither toil nor tarry. You're provided. And so are we. So are each one of us. So it is a powerful spiritual power, that power of order. Now I'm going to, let's see, what have we got next here? I think we go to the next one, which is one of my favorites, zeal. What is zeal? Let's watch this quick 1-minute video. I ignite my zeal by focusing on what brings me joy. Zippy music, I had her turn it down. Zeal is the impulse to move forward, the innate urge to grow and be more. That's zeal. I do what I love, and I love what I do. I am vibrantly healthy, no matter what. I am alive. This is Charles Fillmore's word. Alert and enthusiastic about life. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. That was one of his statements of faith. Zeal. Where is zeal located? Back here, base of the brain. Uh-oh. There we go. We can stop it. A person without zeal is like an engine without steam. I love that. Zeal is infectious, isn't it? It is. Why is it that all it takes is, I'm looking at 2 entertainers out there who were in Augusta, Kentucky last night, and why is it that when you sing, all it takes is 2 people to get up on the dance floor, and then all of a sudden, here comes more. Because it's the enthusiasm, the zeal in your performance as well as the next 2 people that get up and dance, right? Renee, you know this for sure. Spiritual zeal is developed through openly sharing your blessings and your enthusiasm for making the most out of your God-given talents. Making the most out of your joy. So just think about that. When you get a little headache going on back here, base of the brain, maybe you need a little more zeal in your life. Just could be a thought. Let's go to the next one. What do we got next? Here we go. Release, renunciation. What was the other one? Elimination. Any of those. These are obvious, but I'm going to ask you, look at your diagram. Where is release located? What do you think? Come on now. Well, how do you release? Hopefully once a day, at least. Oh my gosh, do I need to get a diagram of your physical body? Release. Oh, goodness gracious. It's in the lower abdomen section, okay? Anybody ever, no, a little further down, okay? This is in the area when you, think about it, when you have some digestive problems, think about what's going on for you on the spiritual level of release. The spiritual level of release. Stuff that maybe you're holding on to, whether it's physical stuff, emotional stuff. I'm not forgiving. No. Think about how that can have an effect on your physical process of release. You know, I think this is the one. The most systems, think about this, any kind of system, like I even think about like an engine, but it must be cleared away. It's got to get rid of debris in order for an engine to run smoothly, doesn't it? Right? Same way with your drains in your house. They're not going to work if you clog them up with food and debris and hair and everything else that goes down our drains, right? This is another example of what spiritually we can block in our own lives. These are spiritual powers you have been endowed with from the moment you were born. These powers reside in you. And when you realize that and know how powerful you are, when you drop the ego and you realize that you are perfect and you are what do I want to say? What's the word? Endowed with these powers. You can't deny them, but you can keep them at bay and not express them. And then you're missing out on some joy. I think I have a video on this one. Yes. What? Oh. I clear out and eliminate. I release doubt and fear. Oh, that's a biggie. I break free from any feelings of inadequacy and lack. I release habits and dependencies, unhealthy boundaries, and relationships that are not for my highest good. Sometimes that's with family members, I know. I affirm a positive life in the present. My experiences in all their variety have led me to the beauty of today. Whatever I release will bless me. Whatever I release will bless me. Who knows the story of Lot in the Bible? Anybody remember that one? Right? Okay. And you remember this is all going on, Sodom and Gomorrah, and there's fire, there's destruction going on, and God or an angel came to Lot and said, you need to get your family out of here and you need to get them out of here now. And they started to go, but they didn't. They didn't go. They were waiting. And then finally the angel comes again and says, this is the last call, basically. You got to get out of here now or you will all perish. So Lot gets his family and his wife. What was her name? Do you remember? Sarah, right? She gets them and they're going, but Sarah is lagging behind. And it's like, Lot's like, come on, we got to go. And she's like, but I don't want to leave our home. She turns into what? A pillar of salt. How many times have we knew we should go this way, but we cling on to the old because we're afraid of letting it go? And if you stay there too long, what happens? You get stagnant. You don't move forward. This is an example of Sarah, you need to release and get out of here. Yep, she did. She got a bad rap on that one, but she was clinging to the past. So I'm going to keep going here because this is a lot to cover, and I want us to get to the picnic. Okay, I want to get to fried chicken. Anyway, next one is life. Life. Where is life? Where is it at? It's in the booty. It's in the booty, but it's in the booty because it's in the reproductive organs. Doesn't that make sense? There's where life happens. There's what causes life, right? Men and women, it's what causes life. Oh, I like this one. Life is the inner power that pushes me to do and be more. The spiritual power of life pushes me to be and do more. Enjoy the fullness of life. I love this. Life works best when it is able to flow throughout the whole being with radiant energy devoted to the Christ activity, which is what? Not Christ out there, that Christ within each and every one of us, that perfect child of God. When I allow that to flow in and through my entire body, I find that through wisdom and order. Never deny the life idea or think of any part of your body as unclean. I'm going to repeat that one because I don't know anybody here, but anybody have sections of their body where they have body shame? I do. Never deny the idea, the life idea, or think that any part of your body is unclean. Rather, awaken the life faculty at its center and then feel it emanating. Feel it emanating, action, radiating through all cells and atoms of your being. All cells. And I'm looking at each and every one of us, including myself. I could use a little bit of physical healing. And I'm looking at this, and my job is to, yes, seek medical advice as needed, right? But I don't depend on the small MD. I want the small MD in my life. I'm grateful that they're there. But I depend first and foremost on the great MD. And checking in and blessing my body. Oh my gosh, the daily word just keeps coming to me. Blessing it all and seeing every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Affirm that no matter what is going on for you. Affirm that for your loved ones who may be struggling right now, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Affirm from the ethers, every little cell in your body is well. Affirm it. This is how powerful you all are. Oh my goodness, did I hit them all? I think I did. So we've got the 12 powers here. Now, One of the things that I want to leave you with today that I feel is very important is I'm going to try to do a summary. But I want you to know that typically, probably 8 years ago, maybe even 9 years ago, I covered the 12 powers. And most unity ministers always will bring the 12 powers back. But they cover it over a year. A year. They take one power a month. That is how important unity ministers feel about the 12 powers. That these are your spiritual toolbox that will help get you through life. Instead of picking up, as I've told you a couple weeks ago, instead of picking up the Fisher-Price toolbox, it's plastic tools, the 12 powers are your craftsman toolbox. They are warranted for the rest of your life. But you have to open the box. Many of you know I'm going to be taking a sabbatical, which is really good for me. It really is. And you're going to be blessed by some really kick-butt speakers. You're going to be in really good hands. And Yvette has got great music scheduled. And one of those is Carl Anthony, who comes from San Diego, so you're going to want to listen in. Anyway, I'm taking this spiritual toolbox with me, the 12 Powers toolbox, because it is meditations. It is thought-provoking. I just want you to know this is how important. And trust me, I know the 12 powers. I've studied the 12 powers. I had to study them. I had to pass a big exam on the 12 powers in order to get this job. Title, whatever, ordination. Anyway, so I'm going to really fast, just succinct the 12 powers. If you are a note taker, you might want to jot some notes. And if you're not, you might want to listen to the end of this talk on YouTube. So the first power we covered was faith. Faith. And you can take a look at where it's located on your own. I'm not going to, but I'll say them. It's in the center of the head, okay, between the eyes and the ears, okay, because faith takes not physical sight, but spiritual sight, and it also takes not physical ears, but spiritual ears. It's the ability to believe even when I cannot see results yet. The ability to believe even when I cannot see results yet. Wayne Dyer coined this phrase. What is it? I'll see it when I believe it. I grew up with the saying, I'll believe it when I see it. But he says the opposite, and it's true. I'll see it when I believe it. The next one we covered was spiritual strength. The spiritual strength is in the lower back. Yep. I've had major surgery on that, and I know quite a few of you have, and quite a few of you suffer with lower back problems. Think about this. The ability to stay the course, to endure, to persevere. The ability. For me, I would also say I carried the weight of the world back here. I was carrying a lot of emotional, unhealed stuff back there. Wisdom. Wisdom is located in the pit of the stomach, not in the navel, in the pit of the stomach. Wisdom is to blend knowledge from the head to the heart. Wisdom is to blend knowledge from the head to the heart. And then the spiritual power of love. That is the harmony and unity of all things. And where, of course, is that located? Of course, in our heart. Then you have power. We sent our power this morning over the mountains. We sent our power over the sea. But we're not talking about physical power. We're talking about spiritual power. Spiritual power. It's how you express spiritual power in the world through not this, but through your thoughts and through your actions, right? The way you live it out. And how do you do that? That's by accessing, pause, pray some more, pray some more until you've checked in with the spiritual power of wisdom, and then you proceed. Pause. Bite your lips. Pause. Pray. Pray some more, and then proceed. Then we hit the power of imagination. Spiritual power of imagination is in the third eye. It's expressed by perceiving beyond the present reality into the greater potential of a situation. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say, I'm a dreamer. I don't care. I'm all with a bunch of dreamers, and I love being there. Yes. Anyway, understanding, we hit understanding. Understanding is the twin with the power of will. They both are right between your eyebrows. That's where it resides. Okay? Understanding is the insight that transforms facts into understanding. It's coupled with will. And will is about learning to recognize and make decisions based on spirit, not on human will. This was where I spoke to you about these two are the beware of, here come the judge, here come the judge. Because we're all so quick at judging, aren't we? Judging at face value. Judging at how you look, judging what color of your skin, judging where you came from, judging, anything. We are so quick to judge. And these spiritual powers are your tools to grab when you find yourself judging. Then we had order today, belly button, that can also be called instinct, trusting and knowing it's all in divine order. We hit on zeal, that is openly sharing your blessing and enthusiasm to make the most out of your God-given talents. Are you hiding your talents? Are you expressing them? You might want to look at the spiritual power of zeal. Release, lower abdomen, okay? That's the part about renunciation, letting it go. Letting go, not only physical stuff. I'm telling you, have you ever just cleaned out a closet and how good you felt afterwards? Why is that? Because stuff is an energy. Physical material stuff is an energy. Okay, so release harboring ill feelings towards one another. We need this power in our world big time. Big time. Release and let go. And then, of course, life. Should we sing our song? Yeah.